Marine snow makes the deep look calm, but it's always moving. Down here, you don't chase silhouettes, you let them pass.
The first rule of preservation is not stirring what time has laid down.
If the floor is powder, your fins are explosives.
First junction, hold here. This is the map's hinge.
Mail was the ship's heartbeat. Letters kept families connected across oceans.
Even when words dissolve, the act of writing leaves traces. If it's already open, the wreck is granting permission.
Valuables migrate to low, protected corners. Gravity is the curator. Dark silt is a visibility debt. Don't spend it early.
Stairwell void, this is my North Star and sift the ship. Void marker set, route stays anchored. Shelter was instinct. Steel decided whether it worked. From paper to porcelain, this ship changes neighborhoods fast. Crack with snow confirmed. That flow points toward open water. Tiles are landmarks. Ships don't tile storage rooms. Porcelain survives where everything soft disappears. A pause is a tool. Silt settles on your schedule if you let it.
Personal items tell class, routine, and hurry without needing names.
Bathrooms became hiding places when corridors stopped being safe. Back to root. Tiles end, workspaces begin.
Force is the enemy. Use leverage only where the wreck is already failing.
Door seal broken, now I go slow.
Service lockers are time capsules. Small spaces, low flow, high survival.
Context is the artifact. Movement is the damage. Tool locker done, now toward the galley bones. The galley fed thousands. Now it feds only rust.
Food spaces preserve tools, because metal outlasts everything edible. Small opening, big information.
Kitchen scraps become historical data when everything else is gone. If it's sealed, don't force it. Find the wreck's own opening. Just a glance, no disturbance. Workplaces became traps when time ran out. Galley checked, back to markers.
I want the void again, proof I'm still en route.
Stairwell confirmed. Đúng tuyến.
Crack này gần exit. Confirmed.
Never turn at a junction until you see your proof.
Dune junction, return corridor selected.
Hands pull, fins quiet, visibility stays mine.
Stop is a skill. Use it the moment you feel contact.
Silt out yaw, hands to the line, no movement.
Marker found, Dung Tuyen. I wait for the haze to clear before the next move.
Haze clears. Route resumes. After any silt event, you move like you're carrying fog.
Dung junction, taking the deeper branch. Bridge loop marked, so the ship can't swap my paths.
Landmarks aren't decoration. They're survival tools.
Cathay stairwell, void A confirmed.
Void marker confirms direction. Bridge route now.
Above the work decks, you still see hints of status, until the sea erases it.
Chart room, if the plaque is right. Only open what's already open, just a little more. Seal broken, pause. This room once turned ocean into lines and numbers. Let the drawer breathe before you look.
Navigation tools survive because they're dense, simple, and tucked away.
Open door. Less risk, more truth. When records dissolve, hardware becomes testimony. Even the map room couldn't map a way out.
Reverse out clean. Don't let the frame bite your tanks.
Bridge ahead. Space opens, but hazards multiply.
This is decision space, where minutes once mattered.
Small lid, slow breath. Even broken instruments preserve how they were mounted and used.
Commands were once shouted here. Now only metal remembers.
Cables are traps. Treat them like fishing line.
Wireless, where the ship's last messages lived.
This room is a hinge between disaster and rescue. Signals decide outcomes.
Open, pause, record. Hands tapped here while the sea rose. History in hardware. Behind the desk, an instinctive last shelter.
Reverse out, eyes forward, gear safe.
Bridge loop complete, return to the void.
Slow return.
No new clouds.
Đã thấy stairwell, đúng tuyến về.
Crack này gần exit. Confirmed again.
Markers first, movement second.
Junction return corridor chosen. One last look, only if it's already accessible.
If it's wedged, you can inspect without turning it into a projectile.
Personal wealth here is mostly symbolic now, remembered, not spendable. A bed became a shelter, and then a cage.
Detours are how dives end badly. Finish the route.
Exit is a squeeze if you rush, so I don't rush.
Marker confirmed, đúng tuyến ra.
Outside flow is your friend. Visibility returns in open water.
I came out to reset, not to leave.
Re-entry only works if your line discipline is perfect.
New room, same map, stay close to the spine.
Any ring can become a trap. Note it, don't force it. Route reset. Back to landmarks before pushing further.
Markers ahead. Then the ship's tighter passages begin.
Junction A again, route check before we push deeper.
Forward loop marked, so return stays unambiguous. Hand travel beats fin wash in a wreck full of powder.
Stairwell void confirmed. Correct line. Service routes were the ship's hidden arteries. Quiet, efficient, and everywhere.
New split, this becomes Junction B.
Correct junction marked. Return direction locked. Pantry, where routine survived longest.
Small openings keep the room stable. Status travels in small metal, quiet, portable, and stubborn.
Lamp room, navigation's last colors. Just enough to see, no stirring. Those colors once meant safe and a danger. Now they're just fragments. A corner like this feels safe until it isn't. Back to Junction B. Route stays consistent. Correct junction, taking the lower branch.
Medical rooms preserve instruments because they were designed to be orderly.
Open, pause, then record.
Document in place. Removal destroys the story. Caregivers stayed near duty stations, even when the ship failed.
Medical checked. Now the ship narrows.
Pinch points are where calm becomes equipment. Snag, stop. No forcing.
Back out, reconfigure, then re-enter. Never wrestle the wreck.
Cleared the ring. Movement stays slow.
Pinch ring marked. Return queue set. Stores like this preserve the ship's working life. Weight keeps objects from traveling.
Chest is wedged, safe to peek, slowly.
Tags and whistles are the ship's fingerprints. Small, official, enduring.
Heavy gear doesn't move for anyone, even at the end.
Another void. This can guide me back, if rooms repet.
Void B marked, correct line back.
Crack with marine snow, confirmed. That's my outboard compass.
Reverse out of complex spaces. Snags hide in the dark.
No more browsing, back through the ring. Pinch ring, confirmed. Same method out.
Repeat the successful motion. Don't improvise in a pinch.
Clear of the ring. Route returns to landmarks. Junction B ahead, proof first. Correct junction, return branch confirmed.
Doorway only. No entering deep silt pockets.
Pause turns chaos into documentation. Rank is stitched into tine details. Buttons outlast fabric. A hiding place measured in inches. Good, no footprint in the silt. Keep it that way.
Searching for Void A, confirmation before the next push.
Stairwell void confirmed, correct line home.
Junction discipline is what keeps dives boring, in the best way. Correct junction, heading for the crack landmark. Crack landmark, confirmed. The flow is building, so I lock to the line. Marine snow surge, hands to the line, don't drift. Only line visible, stay calm, stay clipped. In a whiteout, time is your tool. Don't rush.
Pulse down, orientation recovered on the line.
Leaving the crack, stern route begins.
New split, this is junction C. Dute junction stern loop marked.
Low spots collect silt. Stay off the gutter.
Decayed stairwell, stern void, landmark confirmed. Void tagged, route stays readable.
Baggage holds stories if you don't stir the floor.
Minimum opening, maximum context.
Valuables persist when paper and cloth don't. Shelter found behind baggage. Too late to help.
Back online, continuing stern loop. Use the wreck as weakness, not your strength. Door seal broken. Pause.
Steering access. Tight, but controlled.
Here, the ship's direction was literally a machine.
Lockers already open, minimal disturbance.
Tags are the ship's paperwork in metal.
Following the mechanism, looking for what fell here.
Some tried to hide in machinery spaces. Steel doesn't forgive.
Crack flow points outboard, good exit compass.
Fide in the wreck's shadow. Let it pass. Curiosity ends where exit risk begins.
Online, returning to stair void C. Same lane back, no shortcuts.
Đã thấy stairwell, đúng tuyến về junction C.
Do junction, leaving stern loop.
Crack này gần exit confirmed. Flow watched. Return starts early, before the wreck forces it.
Decayed stairwell, void A means home route.
Dung junction final corridor selected.
Almost back to entry, stay gentle.
Metal voice changed. Stop and listen.
That structure talking. Prepare to retreat now.
XIT marker set. No more exploring.
Rút lui ngay, đúng tuyến theo line.
Exit clean. Snags are worst when you're hurried.
Marker confirmed, đúng tuyến ra.
Outside. Space to think. Space to move.
The deep doesn't forgive haste. Distance is safety.
Stay small, stay still, let it pass.
Leave the site as you found it, except for knowledge. We got what we came for. Now we leave clean.
We confirmed working spaces, wireless, chart tools, steering gear, still readable in metal.
But whole sections remain unreachable. Collapse zones and sealed rooms still keep their secrets.
We leave now for safety, to avoid disturbance, and to respect this resting place.
Last look, then we go.
Distance reduces risk, currents and predators both.
No movement. Sight stays quiet.
Heading out, steady, quiet, done. No more turns, just departure. The deep keeps what it takes. Our job is to observe, not claim. End of dive. Sight left intact. A century later, the ship is still teaching us, through what remains. Nothing follows, only the current. Respect is leaving evidence untouched, only taking the notes. We came as observers, and we leave as observers. Dive complete.
Some questions stay unanswered, by necessity.
End.
At this depth, the ship is a continent of rust.